Greetings and welcome to Is It Art, the show where we come together, put on our imaginary / real berets, and rank album cover art. None of us have an art degree, so we're using the old opinion method to rank all these. Now, the three of us have done body paint on each other, so that is something.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
With me today, he's a teenage laugh riot, Jason.
Ha ha. I made Henry Rollins smile.
That's right. He won't stop telling us what he did on his summer vacation, Tim.
It was nothing. I slept.
And that's
I
what
went
he just,
downtown to look for a job, and I did not find a job. So I went home.
and that's
then
what
the
he
next
keeps telling
day,
us.
I went downtown to look for a job, and I went home.
And the hero that dies in this one, Joe. You see, Joe, I picked all three of my introductions for you were like references to you leaving the show.
Very sad. I mean, Ed would be proud of you.
Yeah. We're all proud of you, Joe.
Speaking of Ed, Ed was feeling bad for his syrup ring over there in the Vermont-Canada line that he's been running.
Oh shit! I lost my pen. It fell down.
Hold
up. I got notes on this. We got to figure out where Ed's at. All right, where's he at?
He's on the snake.
So he was
Last I
feeling.
heard he was in Australia.
Well, he was riding snakes with the spiders. I don't know how that works. Being chased by a kangaroo with boxing gloves. But he was feeling really bad for that syrup ring in Vermont / Canada. So he answered a call, and he's now helping fight all the wildfires in Canada.
Plus, there was that week he was in the monastery.
My hero.
How many wildfires are there in Canada? That sounds like it's slacking off.
Look, there's it's enough for there's smoke in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, we're getting hit by it right now ourselves here in Washington.
Yeah. I woke up last week and I was like, is it foggy? Is there fires around us? What's going on? And it's Canada fire. So,
See,
Ed, get to work.
Zelda, I haven't been paying attention to
Yeah. You're too far south.
Well, it's Canada, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't care about anything unless there's a hurricane out in the Gulf.
That's right. So, as Jason alluded to, it is my last show here for Is It Art. Tim
52?
Oh.
52?
51.
51. Okay.
Oh wait! Before you get into that, I want to give a shout out to my wife. Because this will air on her birthday, so happy birthday, Kim.
Oh yeah,
Kim! Happy birthday.
All the way out, in July. That's how far ahead we are.
That's right. That's true. Kim, I remember very specifically the 99 balloon birthday.
Oh, that was her 21st. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was her 21st birthday?
I was like, yeah. Was that because I was like, what do you want for your birthday? She's like, I want 99 red balloons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in back in the Ataris pimp days. It's like I made it happen.
Oh yeah.
Got that hotel room, 99 red balloons, a lot of alcohol.
What a pain in the ass that was for me.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh, yeah, we had 2 helium tanks. Some of them were floating in the
blowing
air.
up all those balloons.
Then we got lazy and most of them were just laying around. We wrote numbers on them.
That's right. We did write numbers on.
Hey, got got the ring on her though.
That's right. That was a lot of work.
Balloon number.
They put it in 99. Balloon number
It was
99.
99. Yeah, it was 99.
Oh, there were 99 balloons. We did it. We did it up. It was a pain in the
I think
ass.
Joe Silva showed up too, didn't he? I think Joe Silva showed up at that party at one point.
Could have. Anyway, so this is It Art. You know about Is It Art. What was I say? Oh, last show. This is one of my last shows. Tim is taking filling the shoes here. He's taking a seat. I'm very excited that it's Tim to be joining us. Ed will be back at some point once he gets through fighting fires and riding snakes and whatever he's doing.
That Mecha Godzilla threat in Japan.
Yeah, man, that sounds tough. Ed's a busy man, really is. Join our Patreon, and we've got gold, we've got silver, we got bronze, silver and above. Get an exclusive video. We're pretty sure it's going to be cover songs that we'll be doing here shortly. That should be fun for all of you.
But you won't know because you haven't signed up yet. So
That's true.
make sure you do, and so you can find out.
You won't hear the glory of Sublime or tell us the other ones, Jason.
Boxcar Racer.
Boxcar Racer. I kept trying to say Bad Astronaut.
My favorite one so far was the movie soundtracks. That was
Fun. I think the cover song was going to be like A+ material. I just have that feeling.
I know. I'm not picking Jason Isabel. He ruined it all.
Come on, Night Swimming. That's a good cover, Night Swimming. I don't care what you say. It's a pretty good cover. The rest of them, you know. The Man's World one's good, but it's not really Jason Isbell. I mean, he's playing guitar on it. Whatever. Anyway, we're not talking about Jason Isbell. We're talking about Is It Art for the Ataris. I'm sure there's more housekeeping. Join our Discord. Subscribe to our YouTube. Let's go on and get onto it. Number 8 for us, Tim. By the way, Tim's band, Sabretooth, PNW.com. God, if y'all don't do
just at or hashtag, you can find us.
If you don't do a .com now with that noise,
well, of course, it's coming. It's coming.
We'll carry on the tradition for you, Joe.
That's
as
right.
Long as you watch our videos and like them and share them.
That's right. Number 8, Tim. Give us number 8 for your art.
I believe it's the 4th one there on the list. I'm not sure exactly the name. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow right behind him there.
Yeah, you just might as well put it for all 3 of us.
Yeah.
So we included a few different things besides their studio, so we'd have more things to talk about. But to be honest,
much talk about this one. A great freaking split. Lots of good music on it, but the album cover,
trash.
Yes. I like Let It Burn. I like the American flag in the background. That kind of ties in with one of the songs.
Why do you put it? That is Let It Burn, huh?
Yeah, it's Let It Burn.
Oh, the American flag in the background? We can't see that. Come on.
Oh, well, here, let me share.
I didn't see the American flag.
Did
it change anything? No. Okay, all right, I get you.
I like the stars. I like the letters, That's my favorite logo of them.
I do love that logo for them. I like Useless ID's logo there, too.
Yeah, that's a great band, too, Useless ID. But, I mean, for album cover, there's nothing special.
To diverge just a moment, if you'll let me. Have any one of you heard the Interrupters?
Yeah.
Are they any good? I saw them cover Sorrow, and I was like, that's an okay cover.
Dude, bad. The Interrupters kick ass, dude.
Yeah, they're good, but they're an acquired taste. Okay. You're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
I love the Interrupters. We actually saw them live. They opened for the Hell Mega tour, so it was like the Interrupters, and then it was Fall Out Boy, or Weezer, then Fall Out Boy, then Green Day. And it was so sad because the Interrupters were playing, and my kids know the Interrupters because, I played it for them. Like they were hyped to see the Interrupters, and there was just people walking around not paying attention to them. It was like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
What would they play in that slot? 20 minutes, 30 at most.
Yeah, it was like the sun was still out. I mean,
Yeah.
But it was good for them to get exposure.
That's when you get new bands. I mean, that's when I've heard things that I've enjoyed, like Fifth Hour Hero. I never would have heard Fifth Hour Hero if I hadn't shown really.
I heard the Ataris through watching No Use for Names, so But yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Support your opening acts.
That's right. Yeah. Amen.
Definitely check if you like that cover of Sorrow. Check out their first 2 albums are really damn good.
Now so to kind of diverge here again, so you're not going to have this wax poetic without me, but
our videos will be a lot shorter. We promise.
That's true. So the band Three Doors Down, I saw at first when they were called something else, 41 Down.
I'm sorry.
They weren't bad. I got their CD. It was pretty cool. But it was like one of those support your opening act. They played like in the daytime at a Bayfest in Mobile. And I was like, oh, I think this band's actually pretty good. And then became Three Doors Down. And I was like, oh, all right, well, good for y'all.
I don't know that damn
Kryptonite. It's fine. Hey, amen. Do what you do.
Are you guys familiar with, I think his name's Pat Finnerty? He's got a YouTube channel, so here's your free plug. But he has this thing about the worst songs ever written, and he'll just rip into them, and that was one of them. And it's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. He will
Pat,
just
we'd love to have you as a guest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That dude knows his music. That dude knows his pop punk. And that dude is tired of hearing some bullshit. And I love his videos. He did 45 minutes on Danny California.
Just
One day,
So
we're,
good.
we're going to get to the Chili Peppers. Man, that's going to
That's
be
a
fun
bit.
with Tim on the Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Be fun for someone, maybe, but
That's right. Jason, give me your number 7.
My number 7 is. I guess I'm going to go Look Forward to Failure. I don't even know why I bothered putting these on here.
I know.
just to give us something to talk about.
I mean, it's okay for an EP, you know. It's not a full album. It's just a band photo. Chris wearing a Pac-Man shirt, which I actually had an Atari's sweatshirt that had a Pac-Man logo on it.
That's
You
bad.
know, Fortune Cookies, Look Forward to Failure. It's okay. It's nothing special. You know me and band photos. So
I'm next. Man. Yeah, I guess that's the same thing. I like this photo. I like this album, but man, I don't. What can I put it above? That's my question.
yeah, you can't really put it above anything else.
Yeah, I really like that Pac-Man. I want that. I want a Pac-Man Ataris. I think their logo looks cool there still. He's got the star in front of the in Ataris,
Yeah.
which I like a lot. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
I haven't. I like that star there. Do I think their logo on the previous album is better? Yes, but Fortune Cookies, I guess, tips it over. No, the other one sucks, but this one's all right. That's where we are. Tim, what you thinking?
Well, I think I'm thinking Welcome the Night.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
I like the cover.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was contemplating that also.
Yeah, I really like the cover. But it's a little lopsided. If we're going to look at it as art, it's a little lopsided. There's a little too much empty space, which I get. It fits the motif of the album title. Yeah, it's a cool cover, but it is a photo, which all of these really are. But it's got the least decorations around it.
I like
Yeah,
to you, Tim. I'm not thinking this one anymore. This one.
I mean, I'm making these up as I go, but
Yeah, well, we
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We all are.
yeah, I think I would go with that. It's a cool album. It's a cool album cover that fits the album.
You
But
know what?
looking at them all kind of side by side right here, I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna look something up real quick because I know Chris Rowe.
And he knows you.
BFFs.
He
They're gonna do each other's hair later.
Damn right.
Practice kissing.
Oh, I'd make out with Chris Rowe. See. Let's see. There's too many words on here. I can't find it. I don't know if Chris Rowe actually took that photo or not.
Christopher, we may or may not endorse you making out with Jason. Depends on how you feel about it. If you're into it, we endorse it. If you're not into it, we don't.
Then we still endorse it, but we respect your decision.
Yeah, we respect your opinion on it.
Yeah.
So Ed talks about when we did Nirvana, he talks about Kurt Cobain's art. Well, a lot of these Atari's albums are Chris Rowe's art. He took these photos, a lot of them. I don't know if he did
Yeah,
the Welcome
and they're
Night.
all cool photos.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have any color to it. And much like the other choice there, it's like if I see that in the music store, I'm not going, whoa, that's a cool cover. I should pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
And compared to the other ones.
I am going to say that my choice, man, this sucks. I don't really want to be in this spot. I wish somebody else had gone before me, but
You already put us. See, you're gonna be gone now. We get to choose the order.
it's true.
I've noticed. I noticed Joe always goes last. He tried to screw me on Counting Crows. He kept putting me first every time. I'm like, no, wait a minute.
So Joe, what's your number 5 here or
Yeah,
6?
number
What's your
6.
number 6?
That's where my problem comes in. I think I'm going to go with... God, this fucking... I got two of them I'm really battling between here. And I think I'm going to go with So Long Astoria.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't care for the border. That's really my issue here. I like the picture. I like the water tower. I like the Ataris with the star behind it. The boat, like the boat scene's cool. The So Long Astoria like box there, I don't have a problem with, but the box around it, I don't care for.
Like you talking this red border here? This
Yeah, like I don't really care for all that. I like the picture itself. I wish it was just blowing up more. They could have got rid of this bullshit.
yeah. Oh, that's cool. The back of it has the tower tipped over.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's rad.
Mm-hmm. And I get what we're doing here. I see the edges where we're like posted a picture on the back of something. Like I get what's happening. I just don't like it.
yeah, there's the tower on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We might be divulging here.
Yeah, and we're definitely involved. And like I don't mind anything else. I think the font's good. I like the star behind it. I like everything else involved, but it's just the border.
Okay. Who's next, Joe?
Behind me will be Tim.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then, for the exact same reasons you just gave for So Long Astoria, I'm going to give to Anywhere But Here remastered version. Yeah, it's cool. It's just like a bunch of postcards or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of got that scrapbook feel. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of photographs as your album cover. But that's pretty much all we're dealing with here.
Yeah. And I don't mind photographs that have something to do with your album, but like just a montage that you've taken while you're touring, I get it.
And what's the second one? I know the one's Anderson. Does the other one say California?
Uh-huh. Yeah, because he ended up moving to California
when he was 13, cruising down the PCH in '79.
He was 2.
Much later than that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the remastered Anywhere But Here.
Okay.
All right, Beret, what you got?
I'm gonna go with...
For those of you at home, if you're wondering what the order is, basically we start with Tim because he's our guest, then we get Tim, Jason, Joe, then Jason, Joe, Tim, Jason. So that's how we do it. When I'm paying attention. When I'm not paying attention, who knows what we're doing? You're not doing it. This isn't happening right here, right now.
Oh, it's happening right here.
I was like, you put it in this forever. We'll stop the show here.
Actually, I think I'm going in this forever.
Really?
So, I like the.
No, stop show here. We're done. Take that brain, burn it.
I quit.
Look at all this dead room up here.
Yeah, man, it's like pixel. They've done something there.
It's kind of like the same thing they did with Welcome the Night.
I'm not saying it's the best album. I'm just saying it doesn't deserve where it's going.
I don't like the title here. You can't even read it.
Yeah.
What's the title? Is the title right down there?
Yeah, End Is Forever. It says right
Get the fuck out of here. That says End Is Forever?
Well, you can see forever. It's hard to see End Is.
Well, you can see End because it's on the sign.
Hang on. I never knew End Is Forever was even in that thing. I just saw End.
See?
Holy shit, never mind. Keep it. Put it wherever you want to put it. Holy shit, they broke End Is Forever in like illegibly?
Yeah.
Why didn't they put it above that line in the blue, where the white would make sense?
I don't know. I mean,
I just thought the end was like the representation of End Is Forever.
Because unlike us, somebody with an art degree made that final decision.
Holy shit.
yeah. I mean, you could see a little better on the vinyl, but not too much. I like the photos. I like the end sign here on the album. It ties into it.
I thought that was the point.
But overall, out of these, it's my least. I got to go with that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's your turn.
No, it's Tim's turn.
Tim.
Oh, it's Tim's turn?
Tim, yeah.
Well, Tim's going to go to Look Forward to Failure. I like the fortune cookies personally.
I do too. I mean, that's the reason it wasn't last.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. There's not much to it. It's a photo. It's very similar to a couple of the other ones we've already discussed in format. But yeah, I don't know. I think the fortune cookies gives a little, I don't know, dare I say, flavor.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's much better than some of the Leonard Skinner photos we looked at. You know?
Yeah. We're not sideways on a hill.
And it's better than just standing in front of a pink or a teal or a blue or a red background.
And okay.
Oh my God, that earthquake was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Tsunami.
where were we?
It's Mecha Godzilla, Ed. What are you doing?
Yeah, Ed, we need to get you your
Right,
shit
Ed,
together.
we need you here.
Tim, I don't know what you're saying, but your number 5 is Look Forward to Failure. Jason,
Yeah.
what is your number 5?
My number 5 is, I guess I'm going to go with this remastered. I like the, it's a remastered album, so it doesn't really have to, you know, I think he considers this the definitive version of the album, but yeah, it's got the postage stamp. It's got the.
Why wouldn't you start with 1, 2, 3, 4?
I don't know. That's
Chris.
That's
come
always
on,
bothered me.
man.
Yeah. Why is it 1, 2, 3, 4 not the first song?
Yeah.
You could have swapped things around after that, but
I don't give a shit what you do after that. Just start 1, 2, 3, 4. Why'd you put it way so far down?
and put Ray at the end because that's a great.
Yeah.
But
I mean, was this a record company decision to remaster and re-release it?
I don't think it was. I think it was a Chris decision because he didn't like the way the first album came out, as well. There's a huge. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
whole.
because you said he went back and added like a whole nother guitar track and everything, and
Yeah, all the songs have extra guitar track, and it sounds great. Like the remastered version sounds great. Actually, I want to give a
but
shout
the
out.
cover sucks. No, kidding.
If you watch this video, I don't remember your name, but you posted on that Ataris Facebook group. You were like, "Oh, it's some guy who lives in Indiana." He's like, "Oh yeah, I got this Atari's record from a show. I don't know, what do you guys think?" And it was the like the first single they put out with like it had Christine's a Punk and I can't remember the other two songs right now, but like it's like the holy grail of like Atari's vinyl. And I'm like, oh my god, I want that so much. I love the 3 songs on it. Anyway, shout out to that guy if you watch this video. But yeah, this album cover, it's okay, it's fine.
I'm gonna follow suit with you. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Anywhere But Here Remastered is gonna be my number 5 also. I like Old Faithful. I like Yellowstone, so that's a cool picture there. I think that pictures are cool. I think that on a remastered album, it's fine. I really think you probably should just add it to the remastered album. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the back of it's
that's badass.
Card,
I mean, because it still ties into the theme, but Anywhere But Here. So we're taking a bunch of pictures, but Anywhere But Here, except for the Anderson, Indiana thing there. That's what bothers me. That's really what bothers me about this is that Anywhere to Here is cool if you're taking pictures of anywhere but Anderson, Indiana. Anyway, so that's what gets me there.
All right.
Which looks like it's a little bit like halfway between Indianapolis and Muncie.
I don't.
Party towns.
Yeah, it's right here, Anderson, Indiana.
Yeah, like right over the I or S.
We'll get
talk
to
about
that
that.
one.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
we'll get that one.
Oh, number 4 is Jason. start us off.
All right, number 4. What do I have left here? I got Anywhere. I've got Blue Skies, Astoria, and Welcome to Night. I'm gonna go Astoria. I don't dislike this one. I think it's fine. I don't mind the border like Joe. I like how Astoria, it's hard to kind of see it hard here, but it's like taped on there, kind of like a scrapbook, like I guess you said that. It's the references the water tower. It's fine. It's good.
I also don't like the on the right there. There's like an MS Paint, like we took white and just scratched it across there.
No, I think that's...
Yeah, but what year was it?
2003.
Yeah, that was the option they had.
Was it? I mean, but you could have just not done it. We could just left it like it was.
It makes it look older. I mean, it doesn't look photoshopped. It looks...
I don't think that the MS Paint scratching across the side there does not make it look older.
It does not look like MS Paint.
It does. It's just a white mark there. Like the bottom right, where it goes up white, looks great.
What are you talking about? You talking about this up here?
No, down. So right side, yes. MS Paint.
No, it's not.
100%. What's that supposed to look like?
Just a reminder that none of us actually have art degrees.
Yeah, it looks like it's actually ripped. Look.
Maybe on the album.
Yeah, like it's a piece of tape or something.
Okay, all right, I can see that.
That looks better on the actual...
That looks fine. That doesn't look that bad. That actually doesn't
look
look like
versions are harder to do, but...
Okay.
Now that stain at the bottom looks kind of sus, but... I think I actually like this album cover. I think it's okay. Oops.
Me. Number 4 for me is going to be End Is Forever. I had this one a lot higher. I originally talked about it, but that fucking... I didn't realize End Is Forever is even there.
Oh.
And because it's there, is a problem. Like, I really like the blue. I think the blue colors are really good. I think the Ataris looks good. I like the end there is inside. I thought that's what we were doing here. But
this reminds me of a 70s album. My dad had a record. I don't know what band it is. I'd have to dig through all my vinyl to find it.
If I had to guess, I would say you're thinking of Traffic's The Low Spark of High-Heeled Boys.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cover a lot.
Is it like it's got like the building, like digital, like
Traffic?
Yeah, with the weird blue.
Yeah, it's very blue.
Yeah, if I had to guess, that's what I think you're thinking. But
I think that's it, and I think me and my friend Michael used to like go through my vinyl, my dad's vinyl, and be like, "Oh, this is so cool! How'd they do this?" By the time this came out, it was like, "Eh."
Yeah, so I like the pixelated look of the blue right there. That's kind of cool. I like the inside. I think that's cool. What I don't love is I just learned that the name is there that you can't see.
I'm gonna write that down. Joe talking End Is Forever. Traffic. If that's the album, I'll post a picture of it.
yeah, Low Spark of
I
High-Heeled
just looked
Boys.
at it. I see what you're talking about.
Okay. I'll post
So that's a great album, by the way, in and of itself. Like,
Tim, what do we got for number 4?
for number 4, I'm gonna go Blue Skies, Broken Hearts, Next 12 Exits. I like it. It fits. But as far as pictures go, I think the other ones have a little more composition to them. This one's and the clouds are nice, and the sign is cool, and it's nice and all. But I think the other pictures that we have left remaining just have a little bit more to offer. And, I mean, it's cool. It's a photo.
Now, I do know Chris Rowe took that photo.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool photo. Just like the others a little bit more.
All right.
All right, number 3 goes to Tim, Jason, Joe, Tim, Jason, me.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that's a shame. I was dealing with a lot of other things here. So I have Welcome to Night left. I've got Blue Skies left. I've got Anywhere But Here left. Man, I like these all for different reasons, and I dislike them all for different reasons. Let's go with shit. Let's go with Anywhere But Here. So here's the thing about Anywhere But Here. I like that it's a map, so we can talk about Anywhere But Here. I like the logo. I mean, I really like everything going on here, but it is a map, and it is us drawing a line across. You know, the logo is a little blocky for it. If you'd have got rid of the black and just put the Ataris there with a star, I think I'd have been a little happier. But
I don't think you need the black because the little.
Yeah, it's like one of those label maker.
Yeah,
things.
it's probably exactly how they did it too. Probably
Yeah.
well, the Anywhere But Here is like handwritten. It looks
Well,
like
sure.
handwritten.
Yeah.
So even if you've done that same treatment, but you know, I think that the Ataris need to be different. But I like this. I like what we're doing here. I like it's a map because we want to be anywhere but here. And that song talking about I'm a bitch about it, but I'm just gonna stay here fits really well in here. But that's why I like these two albums back, kind of back to back. I like what they did with the cover. That's what I got.
Right. All right.
Cool.
I don't like they didn't put a dot above the I for the Ataris. And or made it capital. They just made a line, but little things.
I never noticed that. Shit.
Because everything
Again,
else
I
has
think
it
that's
like
the label
lowercase.
maker,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and that's just how it comes out.
I'm not going to take points off of him for that.
Yeah. All right, number 3, Tim.
Number 3 is going to be End Is Forever.
Okay.
You guys have both talked about it. I think it's a cool picture. It does kind of remind me of that Traffic album. And where Welcome the Night is kind of the same composition, I feel like the lack of color in that one this is like the opposite. This actually has like some pretty poppin' colors. I like the street sign and how it ties into the name. I like it's cool. I like it. I like that it's a little pixelated, that they, altered the photo a little bit. So we're going to go with that one.
All right. Jason?
I'm going to go Blue Skies. I really like this album cover. Like we're in the good stuff now. I like the logo.
Oh, for sure.
I like how he just. I don't know if he based the album name off of that sign that he found, or if he. I'm sure that's probably where it came from, but.
Well, so according to the Wikipedia that I was doing my research on for these episodes, the Blue Skies is like a trailer park.
That's.
And
cool.
so that's the sign to it. And so that ties in with Broken Hearts or whatever, because, your heart's broken if you're living in that trailer park.
It looks like, as a person who travels a lot, or did travel a lot, that looks like a hotel sign.
That's all I always picture as the hotel sign, but.
Well, apparently it's a trailer park.
I'll have to pull a mulligan and put it down lower. No. My only issue is the dead space over here and the dead space on the bottom. Like that's. Other than that, it's great. It's a really catchy, simple, stands out album cover to me. I like it. Tim,
Okay.
me, Joe.
Yeah, it's me.
Did I miscount here? Timmy.
Joe, what's your number 2?
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so Jason, I need a little assistance from you on this. I need to look at the blue skies. I need to look at Welcome to Night. All right, so blue skies. Whew, man.
Come on, Joe, make the right call. Come on, Joe, make the right call.
All right, I think I've got to go to Welcome to Night for number 2.
That's not the right call.
So here's my problem. Here's my problem with Welcome to Night. It's the logo in the title.
You can't read cursive?
No, it's not that I can't read it. It's that the Ataris don't do cursive. They do block letters.
Cursive is not very punk rock. That is true.
And I mean, I like the Sparrow or whatever they have up there.
This album's not punk rock though. Like, I'll get into it. I'll talk about this album cover now.
I like everything we're doing here.
Something here.
I like the guy lighting the cigarette. I like the diner outside. To me, this feels like a cold night. Mm-hmm. So I like everything that's going on in the picture. What I don't love is the Ataris. If you'd have put the Ataris in like a different font, I'd have been all over it.
All right.
I don't even mind Welcome to Night being a cursive like that down below. That's fine. But if the Ataris themselves would have been a different one, that's fine.
I mean, In Is Forever was cursive.
What's sure,
yeah, but he couldn't see that.
But it's bigger. That's probably true. What's the So Long Astoria? What's that one look like? I might use my mulligan. Was it? No. See, block letters. Yeah, we're gonna stick with it. I'll stick where I'm at.
All right. And this might be the first.
Tim.
My number 2 is going to be So Long Astoria. Shout out to Astoria. I've been able to drive through that town a couple times, including by the Goonies house. It's a beautiful little town, and highly recommend if you're in the Pacific Northwest that you visit it on your way to Seaside or on your way to Aberdeen. And
to a show by Sabretooth.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
On my bucket list to go, do the whole Nirvana tour with the Wichita and Aberdeen. I need to make my way up there. So
it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Speaking of Sabretooth, we actually played with a band who they were from Brazil, and they came up here to make the pilgrimage. And so while they were here, they booked a bunch of shows, and we played the Central with them, which of course is on the pilgrimage. And it was a great show. Those guys couldn't have been greater. Couldn't have been nicer. Could have just been more. They were so happy to just be here. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm just glad they got out before that monkey outbreak that Ed had to go down there and help.
Yeah.
Them.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Bad monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, I scolded him and I put him back in his cage, so hopefully it won't happen again. Also, a fun fact about Astoria, if you guys know who Vampira is, she actually went to Astoria High School. So, shout out to Vampira. And, that's number 2.
Awesome. Jason, give us your number 2.
My number 2. Man.
Welcome.
No. I'm going anywhere but here.
Oh, shit.
I love this album cover. I think it's a punk rock album cover. Back's got a little cartoon drawing, crayon drawing on it. It's got Anderson on here. It self-references. It reminds me of Less Than Jake's Borders and Boundaries album.
I knew there was something to remind me of.
Yeah. I like the type font, or the what do you call it? The letter maker font thing.
I love the Anywhere But Here font. It's so good.
Yeah, I love the Anywhere But Here. The ... Anywhere But Here. it's like a get the hell out album.
Double underline, not just singular underline, double.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think we've all lived in that town at some point in our lives. So
Paper Down, Alabama.
just a little. Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, want to go hang out in Robertsdale?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a speed trap town.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Jason Isbell.
Yeah, Jason Isbell wrote a speed trap song.
About Robertsdale?
I promise all our viewers, this is the last video we'll ever mention Jason Isbell.
You're wrong. You don't even
Unless you guys make it a meme or a hashtag, and then we'll ride that into the sunset.
If you demand it on Patreon,
that's
at
right.
The gold level, we will mention Jason Isbell.
Get on the Discord.
Hashtag ignore Jason Isbell.
Aren't y'all doing a Jason Isbell new record album? Come on.
Oh, that's right. There's one more album I gotta listen to. Cast Iron Skill.
Get TD on.
Yeah, we gotta get me back in touch with TD now.
I need to get y'all his number. All right, Mosey.
Yep. That's mine.
Tim, number one.
I mean, well, through the power of deduction, I'm going to choose Anywhere But Here. And the reason I'm choosing this as number one is a number of years ago, I bought a 7-inch record inside a music store. And it was it's got like 5 or 6 punk rock bands from Olympia. It's a nice little compilation. And if you guys remember back in the day when 7-inch singles were a thing, obviously it needs a cover, and that's an extra cost, right? You got to press the vinyl, then you got to press print up the covers. And if you're old school DIY like Ian Mackay or somebody, you're having the glue party and you're assembling these things, so they can sell. And this compilation I bought, they just kind of bypassed that by buying a road map and cutting it to size. And I thought it was brilliant.
That's probably what they did here.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. That's so economical. It's literally, you can pick any road map. It's not like you have to hunt for the Indianapolis one or something. Like, cut it to size. It doesn't matter. You get 5 or 6 of them out of an actual road map. And as somebody in independent bands, as somebody who loves DIY, punk rock, just get it done kind of attitude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, label maker and a road map.
And the fact that, like,
beautiful.
The way it's positioned, like...
Yeah, they made sure you saw Anderson. They made sure you saw the big cities, so you kind of know where they're at. Yeah. I do want to shout out another punk rock band from Indianapolis. Shout out to Sloppy Seconds. You guys rule.
Ooh, I don't want to be... I don't know.
Yeah.
On that one.
Come back, Tracy. Come back.
Tracy. Come back, Tracy. Oh, man.
Yeah, that band's great. And they're from Indianapolis, of course. And so Indiana punk rock, bring it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're shouting out weird bands since this is my last roll here for saying. We're going to go with This Is My Fist. The hell of a band out of California. Years and years ago. Yeah, years and years ago. They've got their one album is called History of Rats. So good. They're badass. I saw them open. They played for Fifth Hour Hero and Against Me. So good.
Okay.
Jason, give us your number one.
If we're doing California bands, I want to shout out a band called Dearly Devoted. I got their vinyl. I'm gonna have to add them to Discogs because they're not listed. It's one of my.
That's when you know you got a good release.
Yeah, it's some great, like, no use for name / pop punk. Jamie's a great guy, so he'll probably watch this video hopefully. My number one is gonna be y'all a bunch of haters. Welcome to Night.
I mean, it's cool photo. It's not that I hate it. Yeah.
Y'all, Tim, bunch of haters.
No, I don't hate it. Much like the album content, I think all of these are good. But something's got to come into place.
To me, this one, this fits the album perfectly. It came out the first time I heard this album, I was sitting out. You remember our house in Stockton, Joe? The
Both
not
of them.
the yeah, not the first one that like didn't have walls, um, or any kind of heating. That was a cold house.
It was.
The second one, um, that little screened-in porch that most of the screen was missing because the cats kept tearing it out.
Uh-huh.
But I was sitting out there.
Oi.
Dog, yeah. We just got I just had a kid. Like, I had a baby. You know, they were sleeping. I was like, new Ataris is finally out, and it's cold as shit. It was like February or something, cold for Alabama. And I was listening to this record, and it just
like 70.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
But this fits that album to me. Like it looks cold. That looks like snow.
Mm-hmm.
I like the cursive. I think that's a more mature Atari's logo. It's got the little bird on it. I don't understand the bird, but
I don't either.
It
I know he had clothing. They had merch with the bird on it.
Yeah, but
And if they'd released more albums after this, I think I could fall in love with that logo, but they didn't. So,
well, it is kind of weird that they went from like, hey, here's cursive to like, we're back to the block letters to
yeah. So, hey, it's cursive.
we're going to use the block letters here, and then
Also, Tim, I'd like to share a story with you.
Of course.
These motherfuckers would only quit smoking in the times when it was nice to be outside.
it is true. It is true.
So they'd only smoke if you had to have a bonfire.
Yeah, it was freezing cold or it was like boiling hot. That's when they were like, oh, let's go outside. And I was like, I don't smoke. And it was either me sitting inside and hang out by myself or go out there with them. And I was like, y'all fucking suck.
And man, we had to listen to this fool bitch so many times.
Oh,
Man, it's cold.
Uh-huh.
It's cold. I'm like, Joe, but you got to hear this Atari song.
That's right. My number one is Blue Skies, Broken Hearts, Next 12 Exits. Because I think that picture is cool. I think it looks like a hotel sign that you would see when you were traveling down the road. And especially like Big Sky Country type deal. Like the Cheyenne song, the line of Cheyenne. And I like the logo. I like the Ataris with the star in it. So, I mean, I just like everything about that.
That's definitely their best.
Yeah,
logo.
it's good stuff. I think they have one more that's better than it because of the font, but still, the star in between them is how I remember the Ataris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like maybe look forward to failure is the same logo, but a little bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right around the the time because the first time I saw them live, it was just Anywhere But Here, Blue Skies, and I think they were touring off that Fat EP, which is probably why they were open for no use because that Look Forward to Failure is actually on Fat Wreck.
Yeah, and the Joey Cape probably, or the,
So that's how they got Joey Cape.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
Yeah, and the, was it Caper did the...
Well, and I thought
Too.
Joey Cape was actually like one of the owners of Kung Fu.
No, that's God, what's his name? Escalante, the Vandals guys.
Oh, okay, the dude. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Which Freeze. Again, Foo Fighters be stealing some great punk rock people.
I mean, someone's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, hell, he's got Pat Smear. So
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much. Yeah, that's all you need for cred.
One day we're gonna do the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back and review the new Foo Fighters album with us, Joe? You gotta start getting more modern.
I might pass on the Foo Fighter. I'm old.
What about Queens of the Stone Age?
No, definitely not. They got one album.
The new Rancid album.
That's more likely than the Queens of the Stone Age. Queens of the Stone Age only has one album, right?
No, this will be their 8th album.
No, sir. One is that's all they have.
Songs for the Deaf. That's all they
Yeah,
do.
that's all they did.
So you're not counting the other one Grohl played on?
Probably not. I'd have to hear it, but probably not.
Okay. The one, it only went to number 1. It's no big deal.
That doesn't mean it's any good. I mean,
No, it's actually really good, but we'll get into that.
I always had an issue with that band because at the time, I was like, oh, Brody left Tim for the dude from Queens of the Stone Age.
Brody's
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And now she's left him, and so this should be a really good album.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So
Indestructible's a great album.
it is.
All right, so that is our art rankings. Can we move back to the everybody?
yay!
Beautiful. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us on Is It Art, the Ataris. We appreciate you watching. We hope that you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, keep it to yourself. But we'd also like to see your... Oh, it's Bray. Doesn't mean he's right.
Hashtag Joe is always wrong.
Joe is always right. That's
Shut
what
up,
Joe needs to say every time.
shut up, Josephus.
Even when I'm not there, hashtag Josephus is always right. If you think your rankings are better than ours, please put them in the comments below and or in the Discord. We'd really appreciate seeing them and knowing that you're wrong. That's more what we'd appreciate is knowing that you're wrong and we're right. That's what we feel.
You're always wrong.
Yeah, you're always wrong.
I personally prefer knowing when I'm wrong. So let me know.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that. Y'all ready for you to have some audience involvement here, Tim and Jason?
Here
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
So this is your final.
We gotta are we
That's right.
closed out?
This
Are
is
we
it.
closed out?
No, you've got some involvement here at the end here. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell Netflix about us. You know what? I think the world needs an animated series of ODD. I mean, look, we can do wild and wacky sound effects. Jason, the Roadrunner just hit you with a rocket, or just lit a rocket you were strapped to. Give us some sound effects magic.
Boom.
Okay, all right.
That's
There it
pretty
is.
magical.
Tim, there's an anvil headed straight towards you. Let the folks hear your range.
What's headed towards me?
An anvil.
Clang.
Okay, all right. Hell, that was voice-over gold right there. You know what? You don't have to tell Netflix. Tell Amazon, Hulu, Warner Brothers, HBO Max. Copy anyone you could think of. They'll thank you for it. Until we see you next time, stay safe and make good decisions.